We flew into Ho Chi Minh City, where Saigon is still referenced. It was interesting that one cannot see any remains of the last war, which was over 50 years ago. It means that there have been a few generations since then. I could see that for the most part, the culture has evolved into a thriving country. The U.S. has normalized its relationship with Vietnam, and I find many items that I purchased are now from Vietnam. It is now day 7 of our Asian trip, and the temperature is getting into the 90s Fahrenheit and humid. We went out and about in Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon. We see the Cong Kieu Street, the Presidential Palace, the War Remnants Museum, the Chu Chai Tunnels, and the French-built Notre Dame Church. On day 8, we go to the Mekong Delta, the home of 7 dragons, and board the Cai Be Princes for a nice river ride. We even took some smaller rowboats to our lunch in the Delta and then returned to the city for dinner. We continue to be well fed on this trip.
Beauty of the city, as well as the life pace of people, how generous people are in general. The song named Saigon Đẹp Lắm, meaning beautiful Saigon, is based on the cha-cha-cha
Are you gonna sing
rhythm,
it for us?
Melody. I'm trying. So it's beautiful Saigon. I can refer the Vietnamese name. You can look up later on if you like the song. Dừng chân trên bến khi chiều nắng chưa phai, từ xa thấp thoáng muôn tà áo tung bay, nếp sống vui tươi nối chân nhau đến nơi này. Sài Gòn đẹp lắm, Sài Gòn ơi, chà chà chà, ôi đời đẹp quá, tràn bao ý thơ. Thank you. Cảm ơn. Yep, so Sài Gòn đẹp lắm. Thank you very much.
So
Honey,
what?
did you have to sing that to get your job?
No stage fright
I
there.
tried.
It was great.
Thank you. Thank you for your compliment. Thank you for your support.
What time is your second?
So this is the biggest city of Vietnam, the biggest major city. Nearly 15 million people call this home. You can hear different accent from northern accent in Hanoi, in Ha Long Bay. You also can find someone from Hoi An, from Hue, and obviously also a lot of people who have the Vietnamese Chinese accent in this city. During the clash, the border clash, as I mentioned, happening in 1979, a lot of Vietnamese-born Chinese people came down to Saigon because of the very dynamic lifestyle and also better chance for all the job opportunities, and also easier, more flexible
So Benjamin
administration.
Franklin was able to score a name on the post office here in Saigon, along with other scientists. The Notre Dame Church. We are at the Park Hyatt Saigon Hotel. Greeted with a super flower display. And a lovely model waiting for us. Well, you got to put it in your phone. And the sitting lounge. Very beautiful.
Mr. Christopher Matt and Miss Laura Johnson. 318. Yep, so we'll bring the luggage up to you. room. Yes. So 6:15, we made by the chandelier. Yeah, for dinner, for walking to dinner together.
Waiting for our room keys. Right before 6:15 dinner.
6:15. Yes.
Consistency is not like what we're used to. It's July.
You look like a dragon. You kind of look like a dragon. Well, that one.
So, man, we let
That
you
one
know.
has nothing to do with it.
So, and shake it, yeah.
And chew it right away.
And put it in your mouth. Chew it. That one is right.
All right, Tony wins. Tony wins.
I don't know.
Second first.
I think I burned my tongue. Right?
Chew it
I
right away.
burned my tongue.
But it's like last night. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake it, ma'am, shake it. And then put it in your mouth. And you chew it.
And you
And the small.
Something tastes sweet. Is it cold? It's cold and sweet. It kind of.
Gentlemen, we now start from this booking office, like in the map, and then we're gonna do reverse or anti-clockwise, counterclockwise the visit. From like the section B, that's where you're gonna see all the maps as well as the explanation where the tunnel system will start being built. And then we continue, we see the bamboo trap, the entrance, the original entrance, the termite hill, the air vent, the fighting canal, and then we continue to see all the statue of guerrilla soldier, the M48 Bulldog tank, of the U.S. infantry that being left there, being destroyed, and then showcased there. We continue to see how the Vietnamese farmer as well as guerrilla soldier repurpose, utilize everything from jeep tire to all the steel scrap to remake hand grenade, landmine, and trap, spiky trap, booby trap during the wartime. Trap collection they use for different terrain. And we're gonna see the side of digging tunnel, so you would know more in real scale, one-on-one scale, the distance of each hole and path. As well as we're gonna see the fighting bunker. And once we get to the fighting bunker, that would be almost the end of this loop. That's when we have the choice of going crawling through it, of really crawling through it, or just stand on the ground level and look down to some of the entrance and exit to take picture from the rooms.
So we're at the Mekong village.
Very soon, Leon, I'll show you when one B-52 bomb land and explode, it could destroy and collapse some of these first layers. So there is a demand, there's a requirement to reach further down for some more like defending layer and also to hide people. So it got down further down to 6 meters, and the deepest part is 10 meters, so about 30 feet. The main is just the main headquarters of Ho Chi tunnel system. It did expand to some other area and very close to the border with Cambodia as well. So this is a 25th division base. The tropic lining division base is so close and they didn't know that. So S8, when they arrived with all the big pride and big hope, the next morning, some jeep already got broken. Some ammunition or box already got stolen. Yep, so that's how the guerrilla soldier did, there are plenty of exit and also entrance point that could be right under the ground, could be right next to the tree. 250 kilometers all dug by hand. So that's why some like this, some B-52 bomb dropping like this, might randomly detect or destroy some of them. But remember again that they were built by different villages, different units, different teams, and extend to different direction. Finding another place, building the air vent, building another chamber. And right next to it, there used to be a room, and it got collapsed. The entrance is still there. You will see how tiny the entrance is, and they always camouflage around the surrounding area, so they know, okay, how to mark the tree, how to mark the area, so the way to get in and out. But it's not only that. There's always one hand grenade under the cap, being hooked, tensionally hooked onto some of the hook around. So they have to use their feet to stomp to give the people underneath, any team that doing the guarding, to unhook the hand grenade before they lift up the cap. You never know which mark is actually some intentional mark on the tree to know that, okay, the surrounding area there is an entrance there.
Okay. Because I'm pro actioning, I want to show you how deep Vietnamese action with this. First, they just put your legs down. Move around. So the cover right here, you put more leaves on. Camouflage completely. Repair everything surround you, look natural. Camouflage.
Is this another trap?
No.
Did you hide it?
This is the secret entrance. I will stand for you this one. So with the cover right here, handles, put the hands in the air, straight up, and then you bend down. For sure from here, I will appear somewhere. Now please take the guess where will I come out. Okay? Yeah. See you in Australia.
Again.
Did you get a picture?
Okay, push up. Now, with the next one. Now, go.
The Viet Cong never looked that good. So fans, that's not sound effects, that is actual shooting in Vietnam.
That's actual, shooting range.
This area will run a lot
Workshop would need to focus onto those who are experienced in cutting the bombshell. Even the defuse, the fuse already got deactivated, but the gunpowder with only one fire spark from sawing, from cutting, could blow out the whole workshop as well. So that's why they just could cool off by water to make sure there is no fire spark when they cut the bombshell. So the military workshop is where we will have to step down a little bit to see the whole working procedure. From up high, you just can have the out zoom picture, and it's for now busy. So try to melt it to make different things. So the majority of the material came from all the bombardment of the American or any broken tank, broken jeep. So they don't waste anything at all from any side, from opposing side, from the nature, from any supply of Soviet and Chinese.
I was thinking, it's just in my teenage mind, that all this stuff was in North Vietnam, not here. I was so confused.
So now you realize that throughout Vietnam, building tunnel is a very typical way during warfare as guerrilla tactic. Cu Chi Tunnel here is one of a kind because it's not only the place to hide people and document, but it is also active as a defense system. The other tunnel system in Vietnam, and especially when we visit the Hoa Lo prison in Hanoi, mainly they were shelter. There were not a lot of active defending activity there, but this one worked as the weapon as well, the whole area. Yep, so this is very unique in Vietnam.
So Laura, this is how it had to sound when the war was
No,
on.
I understand that, and that's the freak out part. I can look at that stuff, but I do not like that noise. It's creepy.
That's what's happening in Ukraine.
I know, and that's creepy too.
It's dangerous.
It's terrible.
When you decide to do it, when you decide to crawl through. But again, the first 20 meters, equivalent to 60 feet, is gonna be zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. And you're gonna get out from the hut right on your left-hand side. That's where people are standing, waiting for their friends coming up. That's the first section. The tour guide who lead you in the front would tell you that's the first exit. If you wanna continue with the line, instead of exit, you get to the next section of 40 meters. Another one for 60 meters, and the final one is 100 meters, equivalent 300 feet. Then you would exit out from medical bunker. So if you are ready, then you should leave your backpack up here, so on the wooden bench.
Chưa đi được đâu, đứng đó chờ
Let's go down to the tunnels.
chưa đi được đâu. Anh cũng không đàng hoàng đâu, hoàng nãy giờ rồi.
So this is round one of the tunnel. A good beam going here.
Ik ben nog weer warm, maar ik zie dat niet zitten. Moet ik nog een flesje meenemen? Heb je hier geen niet? Oké.
Little tunnel.
Okay, over here, be careful. Slowly go down.
Be careful, there's stuff is still in there.
There's no stairs here, no steps here.
Okay, tay your best, sir. Okay, try your best to sit over here. So, okay, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, rolling.
You okay, bud?
Yeah. I've been better.
Got it.
Okay, sir, this way, to the left side.
Okay. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah,
Herb said there's light at the end of the tunnel.
and stairs. That was tough.
Give me your hand.
Okay,
Good, right?
thank you.
Welcome.
So the very common disease at that time was skin disease, long-term without with long-term inside the tunnel, and diarrhea. Injured soldier would be carried down to the first or the second chamber of the medical bunker, and then they're gonna call over any surgeon, booby trap, any in the smaller scale, longer, narrower scale on the side. So Vietnamese soldier, Vietnamese leader know which path to step on, and then when they have the meeting. So again, remember all these rooms that we've been showing you from the beginning, they were underground. We just enlarge or lift them up to the ground level, so to make it easier to visit. And it wasn't a very welcoming entrance like this. It was all concealed and camouflage. Yep, so you can get to the pipe, the hose, and get freshen up a little bit.
The presidential palace in Saigon was the workplace of the president of South Vietnam. After the reunification of Vietnam, the building continued to serve as a government and presidential office until 1976, when the capital of South Vietnam was officially moved to Hanoi and the government's functions were relocated. The palace is now preserved as a museum open to the public as a popular tourist attraction, now in Ho Chi Minh City, formerly Saigon.
E.T., how do you pronounce banquet room? Yeah, banquet, yeah. It's gonna be party. It's gonna be like some feast. So that's why he used all the very tropical lime yellow furniture as well as decoration color, the tones for it. While the opposite cabinet room, there would be a lot of tension meeting, conference. So that's why he tend to use colder tone for all the furniture. So they are two opposite function. And the conference hall would have a lot of Vietnamese applications. So please walk with me to the conference hall. Right behind the staircase. Like all the security, safety expect. So bulletproof. Not bomb-proof, but at least that would be that already different from the original one. So the conference hall also got a lot more traditional Vietnamese application on it, instead of all the Laureate Renaissance like the previous one, like the previous palace. So obviously you can see that gold and red color are very traditional Vietnamese decoration tones and color are applied onto these as well. So architect Ngô to use diamond shape. Diamond shape, when you look at the blind, when the reflection of the blind of the blind on the upper stairs down to the floor, it would create the shape like bamboo knots. So that's something very rows of telephone line. There were typewriter, backup radio, backup generator, with a lot of familiar brands, Gates, General Electric. Everything was invested by, of course, U.S. government to make sure they can send the information and get direct order from Washington, D.C. the quickest possible. This bunker down here has a lot of confidential documents, including maps, the number of election, the strategic plan, and also the map of the further plan of the South Vietnam government, as well as a very special analyzing chart here telling you in South Vietnam in 1968 the number of different division, different troops. That made the total 604, nearly 605,000 personnel in South Vietnam in 1968. Yep, in different nationality. Yep, so you can take picture from this chart. Again, the word mud means classified. Temco. So this room is for backup radio and transmission. You will see the different coding department as well as the backup generator. So a lot of things along this bunker were one of the biggest investment into this palace. It's under here, more rather than upstairs. Yep. So when you continue with the flow, you will see other message correction, and then also communication room, the typewriters, the office, and the temporary bedroom of the South Vietnam president in case of emergency. Now we exit out and you will see the kitchen with enough like chef, enough security and also food taster to make sure they screen the food before it would be served for all the VIP. So that kitchen with all those appliances can easily cater a feast of 300 people at one time.
There were a lot of seating and meeting areas. All done up quite well.
As much as I don't like people harvesting ivory, that is kind of cool. The organs are really on display. I'm surprised. I love
You know, it's a nice, comfortable day when there's a lot of waving going on.
I love orchids, but those are
Those give me
yeah. Are you allergic? No, I like orchids. Like
And you know, Mekong River start from Tibet. Mekong River start from the melting ice on the very up high mountains in Tibet, and on the way it just flow down to the lower point through China, through Myanmar, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, and finally in the south of Vietnam it flowed to the sea. People at that time obviously didn't have like all the scientific like information and knowledge to explain how the river was created, one of the longest river in Southeast Asia, in Asia. But that time, people say there were a dragon family. There were the dragon family. So the dragon couple got 9 kids. One day, the dragon father said, "Kids, it's time for you to go explore the world, and you need to come back to let us know how great you do things." So they start just running and leaving their home base from Tibet. So on the way, they go down to the south to the warmer place. Anywhere they stop, anywhere they rest, create a giant footprint that lakes. And one of the biggest resting point is in Cambodia, not far from all the Siem Reap, Angkor Wat complex. Tonle Sap, the biggest freshwater river created by Mekong freshwater lake created by Mekong River.
The smell is really intense. The fragrance is very intense. Yeah, it gives me No, it's not. In fact, we don't smell like it anymore. We don't have it in
When we get on board, we're gonna start cruising by the motorized boat, a little bit bigger than this bus, with the roof. Only for first 10-15 minutes, we're gonna be swapped to smaller boat. And this boat is real sampan, long shape, long tail, only 3 people on each. The main boat would be our main transportation while we are on water. Then we're gonna have the chance to come to Le Longania here for lunch. Another beautiful Indochine style house. I mentioned very clearly, not colonial style, Indochine. It looked maybe, in general, you might say, oh yeah, that's French influence. But there is a clear architecture style of colonial and Indochine.
It's low tide now. Tiny shrimp, tiny prawn shrimp in this kind of water. On the island, like on the right hand side, you see the way they create resort as a bungalow type. Firstly, it blends with all the local architecture. Secondly, we also need to consider about the strength of the foundation of the island. That's why they just only do bungalow type resort or hotel. Firstly, it blends very well with the traditional lifestyle. Secondly, it's safe. They don't need to worry much about the weight of the body, of the building itself.
So they will come to us.
Yep, they will come to us. We would have access in both sides.
Let's go swimming.
We are on the boat now. So that's the boat we were on, and now this is, what do they call these, the long boats? Mekong Delta boats. How's everybody back there?
We're good. We're good.
So far, so good.
This is awesome. This is once in a lifetime.
Yeah, we got a big boat coming at us right now. He's making a low wake. Thank you, buddy. That's our boat. Yeah, I got to get to market. So we're getting to our boat, the Mekong Delta. Ooh, that was the hardest. The Cai Be Princes. So Kathy, if you fall, I'll get it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, I got it. Thank you.
I went up with the good.
Hey, Coach.
I thought you went up with the bad.
No, this one I went up with.
Is that the good? Yeah.
Now you have all the coconut juice. Beautiful.
A drink?
Yeah.
Drink?
Yep.
Can't get it fresher than that. Wow. I like the,
During COVID time, they the herbal medicine.
it's really good.
Debbie, take some of this.
Oh, it's very sweet. Try some.
I would like some. Yes, I would too.
Yeah.
That is good. Oh, we get on the boat.
I'm trying. She likes to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time.
So where are we going now?
We're going to the ancient house of the island. One of the most beautiful ancient houses of the island.
Interesting church. Yeah, every boat has eyes to protect itself from demons and the river.
So that Mandarin decided to also apply the beautiful blend of Indochine architecture with the traditional Vietnamese architecture to his home. Yep, so now we're gonna come and see and let me grab your elbow better.
Elbow.
Yeah,
Thank you. Got it.
not the wrist.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Elbow, wrist.
Yeah, the elbow better. Yep, the elbow. Yep. I got you. Yeah. Slow. Okay. Cương, as you can see, Văn. So the V would be the abbreviated of his middle name, Phan Văn Cương, and the grandfather of the nowadays owner. So he made it in 1938. But the original house with fully Vietnamese architecture was built from 1850. Yep. So the biggest renovation happened nearly 100 years ago. So they're very big, like wooden flat bed. That's why they normally like invite good friend from neighbor and then they play chess.
So what were you going to tell us about your family?
All right, some beautiful, great news to share with you that 2:28 earlier this morning, my son was born.
How cool is that? And your son's name?
His name is Zaba, meaning the family treasure. Just so you know, I'm very happy. Happy dad.
And your daughter's name?
My daughter's name is Zahan, meaning family happiness. So I have one family happiness and I have one family treasure.
And
I'm complete.
And happy wife?
Yes.
What's
happy
her name?
Wife. Okay, we turn here.
Oh, we're at the Du Ton Victoria. And your wife's name?
Is, my wife. Let me try to remember. Oh, my wife's name is Tu. Yep, Tu. Thank you.
So we have a Tu-it and a Tu-wife.
Tu. Yeah, Thu. Tu.
Tu.
Yep. Like very similar to number 2. Yeah.
Oh, is this a nice place?
Yeah, an ancient home. And then later on, the owner decided to also open the restaurant, F&B business.
How far do they have to bring in the lava rock?
How far they have to bring?
Yeah.
Oh, they do have lava rock, laterite rock here in
So
some.
that's laterite,
on some
not
yeah,
lava?
laterite, not lava. Laterite. Yeah.
Okay, because you are part of our family already, and you have the
Oh,
baby.
thank you.
Okay, it's
Thank
our
you very
baby
much.
too. Okay, so we want to present that to you. I don't know how to spell your son name. So I say family treasure.
Family treasure. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Cảm ơn everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Lovely. Family treasure. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Typical day in Ho Chi Minh as we go through the streets. Wow.
Take the chance to say that I feel so grateful to be your local tour guide this time, and hope that I'm part of the family. I'm part of Alexander Rose's family. Thank you very much. Cảm ơn. Thank you. Yes. Dừng chân trên bến khi chiều nắng chưa phai, từ xa thấp thoáng muôn tà áo tung bay, nếp sống vui tươi nối chân nhau đến nơi này. Sài Gòn đẹp lắm, Sài Gòn ơi, cha cha cha, ngựa xe như nước trên đường vẫn qua mau cha cha cha, người ta thăm bến câu chào nói xôn xao, phố xa thanh thản đón chân tôi đến chung vui. Sài Gòn đẹp lắm, Sài Gòn ơi, la 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 la, la 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 la, tiếng cười cùng gió chan hòa niềm vui say sưa, la 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 la, la 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 la, ôi đời đẹp quá chan bao ý thơ. Thank you, cảm ơn. Yep, so Sài Gòn đẹp lắm. Thank you very much.